Your brain is being programmed, not by some sci-fi chip, not by a conspiracy, but by what you repeat every single day. And here's the uncomfortable part. Most of that programming isn't coming from you. It's coming from your phone, your routines, your environment, your habits. And whether you realize it or not, your brain is always learning, always adapting, always wiring itself around whatever you do most. That's how it's designed to work. The problem is, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's good for you and what's easy. It only knows repetition. Scroll long enough, and distraction becomes default. React long enough, and stress becomes normal. Avoid discomfort long enough, and stagnation feels safe. This is why change feels so hard. You're not fighting laziness. You're fighting a program. And programs don't break with motivation. They break with replacement. Right now, your day is quietly training your brain. The moment you wake up, the first thing you look at, the speed you move, the inputs you consume, all of it is telling your brain, this is who we are. And your brain listens. That's why you can want more discipline, more focus, more confidence, and still fall back into the same patterns. Because desire doesn't overwrite programming, repetition does. So here's the fix. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to feed it better instructions. Because your brain is a prediction machine. It prepares you for what usually happens. If your mornings are chaotic, your brain predicts chaos. If your environment is noisy, your brain predicts distraction. If your days are reactive, your brain predicts stress. And then it builds you to survive that reality. This is why changing your environment is more powerful than changing your mindset, because your environment writes the script your brain memorizes. So instead of asking, how do I become more disciplined? Ask this, what is my brain being trained to expect every day? Look at your inputs, what you see when you wake up, what you consume before noon, what you scroll when you're bored, what you reach for when you're tired. That's the code. And if you don't rewrite it, it keeps running. The fix is simpler than you think, but it requires precision. You don't need 10 habits. You need fewer signals. One calm morning pattern, one focused work block, one intentional shutdown at night. Same actions, same order, every day. Because consistency is how the brain trusts you. At first, it will feel boring, unimpressive, almost pointless. That's how you know it's working. Because your brain is switching from novelty to stability, from chaos to predictability. And predictability is where confidence comes from. Not hype, not motivation, not pressure. Confidence is your brain saying, I know what happens next, and I can handle it. This is why people who look disciplined aren't forcing themselves. They've trained their brain to expect the right behaviors. They're not fighting impulses. They've reduced them. They're not trying harder. They're running a cleaner program. And the moment you do that, everything shifts. Focus stops feeling forced. Action stops feeling heavy. Progress stops feeling random. Not because you changed who you are, but because you changed what your brain expects. Your brain is always listening, always learning, always adapting. So the question is not whether you're being programmed, it's this. Are you finally going to program yourself on purpose? Because once you do, your brain stops working against you. It starts working for you. And that's when change becomes automatic.